Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
And happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Father.
After all, it is still Easter season as we gather today to celebrate the Eucharist. Now, the late Rabbi Harold Kushner, who was a native of Massachusetts, and he lived in Canton, Massachusetts, wrote many wonderful books. And probably he is most well known for one particular book, which was entitled When Bad Things Happen to Good People. But he also wrote another little book on Psalm 23, in which he asks this question: can 15 beautiful lines from a single page of the Bible change your life? Just 15 lines. Now his response is, I believe they can. If you are willing to open your heart to their magic. Listen closely to them. Read them with an open mind and an open heart, and you will find the answers to questions you are asking. Questions about yourself, the people around you, and the world in which you and they live. I would guess that there is one and only one chapter in the Bible that most people in English-speaking world know by heart. And again, it is chapter 23 of the book of Psalms. The 23rd Psalm, which goes something like this: the Lord is my shepherd. I knew that. I agree with Rabbi Kushner. It is probably one of the most well-known chapters in the Bible. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. In verdant pastures, he gives me repose. Besides restful waters, he leads me. He refreshes my soul. Most of us, as we just did, can at least recite the refrain and hum along the way as you listen to the rest of it. It is as well known as the Star-Spangled Banner. We reach out for it in times of distress, in times of suffering. We read it at funerals and memorial services. I personally often read it at the bedside of the dying. It is moving and deeply touching. We go to this psalm when we are afraid or uncertain of the future. We pray it when we are in the shadow of the valley. The Lord is my shepherd. Albert Einstein once said that science can tell us a lot about the universe. How old it is, how vast it is, what laws of physics control it. But then he goes to say that science cannot answer the most important question of all. Is the universe a friendly place, supportive of human hopes and aspirations? Is the universe a friendly place, a safe place? Psalm 23, in the image of God as a good shepherd, responds to that concern with metaphor and poetry. It gives comfort. When you read Psalm 23, you know you are safe. When you listen to it, you know that God is holding you. The Lord is my shepherd. It reminds us that God is there to help us, to guide us, to take care of us the way a shepherd cares for the sheep, protecting them from the dangers. Now we see it so beautifully on display in today's gospel reading, in where Jesus describes himself as a good shepherd. He says, I am the good shepherd. A good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. A hired man who is not a shepherd and whose sheep are not his own sees a wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf catches and scatters them. What makes Jesus a good shepherd is that he will not run away from us. That with him we are safe. What makes him a good shepherd is that he knows his sheep. Again, we read, I am the good shepherd, and I know mine, and mine know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I will lay down my life for the sheep. Now, the author of Psalm 23 and Jesus have enemies. They have known failure. They have lost people they loved. They have learned that life is not easy, but they have grown stronger as, with God's help, they met the challenges of life. They have become wiser. So in conclusion, in Psalm 23 and in Jesus, we encounter exactly the same God. The Lord who is my shepherd. And our response is, that is enough. I shall not want. And maybe, just maybe, that is enough to know that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Maybe that's just enough.